Chapter 78. Lamech's Address. Visible Visitations. After this promise, Lamech went to work as instructed. At the threshold of the open temple, he addressed the following words to the people who were all awake by now, saying, "Hear me, all my dear brethren, and also all you sisters. An endless grace and mercy from the brightest heavens of God above has befallen us all. All of us, indeed the whole world, will never be able to appreciate, praise, glorify, praise, worship, and thank God, the Lord, for the greatness of His grace and mercy, in a way that is great and high enough. Brothers, yesterday you have seen and heard among you the wise man, and you were highly surprised by his high and deep wisdom. But nobody of you knew where this wise man came from. Therefore, you also were asking questions back and forth among each other, without obtaining a satisfactory answer about him. You all know this, since you have experienced it together with me. But do you know already who this wise man is? You say no, and inquire with rapt excitement of your souls. What is it then suddenly with the man whose great wisdom we had to admire so highly beyond measure? Yes, my beloved brothers and sisters, this man has an endlessly high, wonderful explanation which cannot be announced with one word to your excited souls without harm. Therefore, I ask all of you, listen to me very calmly and comprehend the greatest, the Most High. You were present when the lower temple was consecrated and lively blessed for the worthiest reception of the very highest name, Jehovah, so that my great disgrace, which I committed to the highest and most holy name, can be concealed. Do you still remember who was he who walked alongside Enoch like a herald of the heavens? You say here, it was a mighty messenger from the shining heights of God. But who was the poor man who came to us in the evening, whom my servants prevented from entering the dining room, so that I myself had to hasten outside to stop my foolish servants mistreating him, and then lead him to my table? You say, many said it was God the Almighty Himself. But many could not accept this, and afterwards could not fully believe that the poor man was in fact the true God and Creator, Jehovah Himself. See, this is how your hearts are constituted, and therefore one cannot speak much about the most highest topics with you, because you are still far from being mature enough to understand what God is and how He comes to us, His creatures and children. Know, however, that our God has come again to us in the wise man, to search us for Himself, and to draw and guide us to Him and for Him. Therefore, Prepare yourselves. He will reveal himself from this temple. But none of you may put his foot over the threshold, because the temple is now holy, since God the Lord has entered it. Good for those who will hear his voice and act accordingly. Amen.